ladies and gentlemen, covering the press conference that took place in the headquarters of the National Election Authority, and it was held by the head of the Executive Committee of the National Elections Authority, Councillor Ahmed El-Bindari. To shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, His Excellency Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon, how are you?
How did you follow the last press conference by the head of the Executive Committee of the National Election Authority, Councillor Ahmed El-Bindari, that was held in the headquarters of the National Election Authority?
I followed it with full interest because I have long practice about this. And of course I was glad to see my colleagues all over the world reporting to us what was going, and I was happy that plenty of Egyptians were visiting the embassy for the voting system. And also it is a good occasion to see how our citizens are very close to the embassy. And any embassy is there anywhere where we have Egyptian communities, to serve them, to give them whatever they want. And always I put a sort of border for myself. If an Egyptian is walking in the street of the embassy and he wanted to have a cup of Egyptian coffee, if he hesitated, then I am wrong. I want him to come even to have a cup of coffee and to make sure that his country is in good shape. So election also was a very good opportunity to see how our communities abroad are very close to their homeland, and we are proud of 11 million Egyptians are living abroad, and they are becoming big source of foreign currency in Egypt. Lately it came more than $30 billion of transfer from them to their families and to their accounts in Egypt, but it is after all a good source of foreign currency.
Yes, Your Excellency, Ambassador Bayoumi, the House of Representatives elections are one of the most important constitutional milestones reflecting the development of the parliamentary life in Egypt. How do you see it as an enhancing of the political participation of the citizens both inside or outside Egypt?
Yes, we need this in order to have a sort of exchange of views and to make every citizen knows exactly what is going on in his country. And allow me to say that I am not so happy about our media nowadays. We need faces where when they talk to us, we believe them to explain to us what is going on, because you know the personal mass media is doing a negative position to our efforts. Sometimes there are some rumors, then somebody is putting it on his telephone, then it's becoming as if it is reality.
Yes.
No, we need the mass media to be very active in this concern. And really, I must confess that I'm a little bit amazed why we don't have Ministers of Information. Why did we cancel this position? Although practically there are people responsible for the information system, of course. But anyway, coming to the elections, I was raised in my small city, Damietta, in a family which was biased to Haikal Basha. Haikal Basha was the party of the constitution, they call it. And I remember, because we are keen to make sure that our candidature will win the battle, and always Damietta was voting for a special family, Al-Alayli of Damietta, and it's a very important family there. So my father taught me to go, since I became 18 years old, to go and to vote, to feel that I am giving my vote and giving my opinion for what is going on in my country. Then I would ask my representative in the parliament to tell me what's going on. There are two theories here. Many constitutions are taking the idea of that the voting is a duty of the citizen. And we are of this idea. In Egypt, our constitution takes the position that voting is a duty of the citizen. That's why they put a small penalty on those who do not go and vote. Another theory of another constitution would tell us that the voting system is a sort of, if you want it, you do it. If you don't want it, you don't do it. It's your choice. No, I insist to make it a sort of duty. I have a funny story, if you have time. I am in Damietta, and my vote is in Damietta. But during my studies in Alexandria, I don't know who put my name in my building, in my Shatbi in Alexandria, that I am a citizen there. So I had to vote in two places, which is not correct. So I voted in Damietta, so I thought that I am okay. No, they put me, they charged me £5 in 1955 as a penalty because I didn't vote in Alexandria. It took me 1 year until one of the guards of our college put it in the correct time. But I give you examples of how we were involved in such an operation.
Yes,
let us vote and let us choose our representatives. Then we are doing our duty and we ask them to tell us what's going on in our country.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Bayoumi, the past 2 days have witnessed the elections of Egyptian expatriates abroad. They have to take their cars and travel from one city to another in order to cast their ballots actually in the consulates or the embassies abroad. Can we see in the coming years any kind of e-voting or the electronic voting to be made abroad?
I hope so, because really in a country I served in, which was Brazil. Brazil is the biggest country in the whole Latin America, and there are distances of thousands and thousands of kilometers. Not everybody can do it. And in my time, I was in Rio de Janeiro, and I made a point that once every month I go to Sao Paulo, where the community, the Arab community, yes, and the Egyptian community is much more. Even I open in the mosque sort of consular services if they need anything to make them able to renew their passports or to whatever consular effect they need.
Yes.
And I hope that now you are giving me a good hint that why not through the electronic system we can vote, and there are all the ways and means officially and legally to make sure that the voting process is going quite well.
Yes. Your Excellency, Ambassador Bayoumi, how did you follow yesterday the coordination during the past 2 days of the elections abroad, the coordination between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs with the Egyptian embassies and consulates and with the National Elections Authority?
Yes, of course, and between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Interior, because they know where is where, and also the Authority for Elections. And it is combined of our eminent judges to make sure that it's going quite in good shape. So it is a sort of coordination between many ministries, many authorities, and I am quite happy because, you know, we are one of the oldest governments in the world. This is what I expect, that the coordination between one part of the government and the other part is going quite well, and I am so happy and proud about it.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Your Excellency Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. We really had the honor to have you with us. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, the head of the executive committee of the National Election Authority, Councillor Ahmed El-Bendari, have held a press conference today in the headquarters of the National Election Authority at 4 p.m. Cairo local time, during which he have briefed us of the preparations concerning the start of the elections in Egypt after it has ended during the past 2 days for the Egyptian expatriates abroad. And he said that they have made the regulations and the restrictions, and they have hanged the leading signs for the citizens to be able to cast their ballots, and they are providing all the facilities for the Egyptian citizens. Also, the Chancellor Bendari also said that the committee is also providing all the facilities needed for people with disabilities by their coordination that is taking place between the National Election Authority and the National Council for People with Disabilities, and they are providing special papers for the blind people with the Braille system, and also another system for the deaf people. So they are going to be helped also by the head of the polling station from the judiciary. Also, the nominees and the candidates they should abide by the regulation and the restrictions. Also, the polling stations and the election is taking place in 14 governorates. He said that the polling, the election process have went on very smoothly during the past 2 days in the abroad, and it witnessed a high turnout and a high participation from the youth and from the women. Also, Chancellor Bendari said that there was a QR code that is going to be used as the citizen could use it through his mobile. Also, Chancellor Bendari said and provided information that the citizen could apply to a certain application on his mobile that is going to lead him. He will enter his mobile number, and then he will enter the number of his the 14 numbers of his personal ID. That is going to lead him to his polling station and the location actually of his polling station, and he's going to receive all the needed information concerning this. Also, the Egyptians abroad have voted on Friday and Saturday in the first phase of the 2025 House of Representatives elections in Egyptian embassies and consulates worldwide. Also, there was facilities provided in Kuwait and in Oman and in other Arab countries and also in European countries around the world. The House of Representative elections are one of the most important constitutional milestones reflecting the development of parliamentary life in Egypt and in enhancing the political participation of the citizens both inside and outside Egypt. The Egyptian state is keen to enable the Egyptians living abroad and the expatriates to exercise their constitutional right and to elect their representatives, recognizing their national role and their close connection to their homeland. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for more updates on Nile TV International. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.